This is a comment from one of my most popular videos and one that I see all the time and I also hear on calls. And in this video, I'm going to answer this question for you. When do I charge? When do I take my community from free to paid? I'm going to point out the awful and generic advice that you're getting on this. Heck, I've given it to myself. And by the end, you will feel more confident that you can start with a paid community from day one. Why should you consider even listening to me? I've been creating communities since 2023. I've been selling online for 6.5 years, and I've been on the Skool platform specifically for over 2 years. And I've run every type of Skool model there is: free, paid, freemium, tiers, subscription, one time. I've done them all. And I'm going to show you how you can start paid from day one and why you should start paid from day one. When it comes to building a community, most people teach this: open up a free community, get 50 to 100 engaged members, and then flip it to paid. That is such terrible advice. And I am guilty of giving that advice to myself and some of my clients, and I'm never doing it again. And here's why. 50 to 100 engaged members, you will quit before that happens. Free members do not engage. There are exceptions to this rule, but for the most part, and I will show you proof of this from my own communities, you need thousands of members to get an engaged community. A free first community is the hardest one to run, and it's guaranteed not to make you any money in the beginning. And most people who are opening up communities are not doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They want to make money. So if you want to make money, I'm going to help you give yourself permission to start charging from day one. Now, I mentioned that I have run every single model on the Skool platform, and I have. And here is my only free community that I have, Pick Your Online Business, and I have 1,200 members in this community. This is not a community. This is essentially an email list. So I'm going to show you and look at the engagement piece here. It's 28%. And I view this as kind of like an open rate for an email list. This is awful engagement. And I'm not concerned about engagement in this community. This is a lead magnet. Rather than sending them to a website to get the same information, I send them to my free community. And then I direct them to my other paid communities. Okay, so this is the strategy that I'm using for this particular group. This is a public free community, and it's really not a community. It's an email list. I tried the freemium model with this group. It did not work. It doesn't work for me, and I'm not going to use it anymore. I liked when Skool was either free or paid, and those are the only options that you have. Now we have multiple options, and I'll show you what those are really quick for pricing. So you can go free. You can do a subscription, which is you can just charge one price, monthly, annual, or both. You can do the freemium model. Again, I think this is the hardest one, which is free to join, and then you have 1 or 2 paid tiers. You can do tiers, which is standard, premium, and VIP, different price levels depending on what people want, and then a one-time payment community, which I have, and I'll show you that in a minute. So remember the number, which is 28% engagement. Now I'm going to go to one of my other communities, which is YouTube to Skool. All right. And this community is a one-time payment community at $27 per month. And you can see here, I have 0 MRR. I do make money with this community. The engagement is 87%. Paid members engage more. Now, I have members in one of my other paid communities that is larger. I have about 250 members in that. It's a monthly recurring revenue situation, and the engagement is lower, but it's higher than the free community. But if you look here, if I go under MRR and I go to cash flow, you could see that I'm making money with this community month 1, month 2, and then we're in the middle of July here. So this is a one-time payment community. This is a model that works pretty well. My largest community on the platform is a Mindset Skool. I have about 250 paid members, and this group is at $49 per month right now, but it has been paid since day one. I started both of those groups, Mindset Skool and the workshop community, YouTube to Skool, paid from the opening. Mindset Skool came from an idea that I had from my one-to-one coaching business, which was people were challenged with their mindset, right? They couldn't get out of their own way and stick with one business idea. So after seeing it over and over again, I said, this is a thing. This is something that I can help people with. And rather than starting free, which I told myself, hey, start free. It's a new thing. No one's going to pay you, even though people were paying me for the coaching that I was doing. They were paying me in real life. This is the reframe that I want to give you right now. Let's just say you're a health coach, right? You're a fitness coach and you're charging $100 per hour for a session. Why on earth are you opening up a free community when you have proof in person that people will pay you? If you are a musician and you're doing lessons for $50, $75 an hour, why are you opening up a free community that does the same exact thing when they're paying you in real life? That is all the proof that you need. We are just afraid of the online world. And it's no different. It's the same thing. It's just a different environment. You're allowed to charge. You have to give yourself permission to charge. And this is what I want to help you do in this video. So for Mindset School, I simply did this. I created a wait list. I went to my email list. This is the power of an email list, which was small at the time. And I said, hey, I'm opening up this group. This is what it's about. I'm not really sure what I'm going to charge yet. It's going to be free. It might be $5 a month. I'm not really sure. Join this wait list if you want to be in on it. A bunch of people joined the wait list, raised their hand. Then I ran Facebook ads to the wait list. This was probably one of the best things that I did. I validated the idea before I opened up to the group. It saved me a lot of time. So once I got 25 people, I opened up the doors and people joined. I hit the wait list. I kept running ads. I was making YouTube videos and people joined. The group's been open for about 16 months and I keep raising the price. I started at $5 and I just kept going up. Now, the $5 per month was for me. I was afraid to charge more. It was worth more. I just didn't believe it. Even though I was getting way more in my coaching business to work with people one-to-one, I chose a safe number and I almost went free, which would have been a mistake. And one of the best things that you can do, and I'll just go back to Mindset School again, is just start with a free trial. Whether you're doing a free community to start or a paid community from day one, which I recommend because it's going to be the fastest way for you to make money. I don't want you to burn out trying to get 50 to 100 engaged members. Like most people are going to quit. You'll never even get to the charging point. Is turn this on right here. Start with a free trial. Let people in for free. That's your free version of the group. And then what you can do, and this is what I do in this group, I will get on a call with them. The highlight of this group is the 20-minute call that people get with me. And I will do the 20-minute call during the free trial. Most people stay in the group and make the first payment. So by getting on calls with your members, which you should be doing to help them, to learn about them, to have them trust you even more, especially if they're coming from YouTube, it will increase the likelihood that they'll make that first payment and stay for longer and potentially upgrade into other products that you have. I have 2 tiers in this group, which is the standard and the premium tier. A lot of people join the premium tier. I did some research before I created this video to back my findings, and some of the larger platforms, and you'll recognize all of these, are saying essentially the same thing. Mighty Network says, in our experience, you'll earn more revenue by starting with a paid community. I can't possibly agree with that more. 70% of creators with paid subscriptions hit a median of $1,000 a month from just 26 members. The company that builds community software for a living says to start paid. Don't just take my word for it. And if you're looking to make your first 1,000 from a community, it's a lot easier to find 26 members than go out and find 1,000 free members and try to convert them to paid. Like, just focus on the paid members from the jump, especially if you have ability and skill at the thing that you're doing online in real life, which is what most community owners have. HubSpot, look at what they say. Paid communities draw higher quality engagement and members who are qualified and interested. If I go back to YouTube to School, my one-time fee community, the engagement is 87%. And people in here are buying other offers that I have for my one-to-one coaching. Free ones pull a bigger, less engaged crowd. 100 free members who never talk is a graveyard. Paying members show up. A $30 billion company telling the same exact thing. Now we have Circle, which is another community platform. A lot of people don't know what to charge, right? They're confused on this. The most common price is $25 to $50 per month, with the overall average around $48. Most common recurring price is $29 to $99. This is considered to be low ticket. If you want to start low because it feels safe, go ahead and do that. That's fine. But don't start free because you are afraid to charge and you're afraid of what the feedback will be. I will tell you something about free versus paid that was the biggest eye opener for me, and it came from multiple members that I have inside of Mindset School. I was charging $5 a month in the beginning, and then I raised it to $9 per month, then $17 per month, then $24, then $49. I'm raising it again. When it was at $5 per month, I had people who said to me, I didn't join because I didn't think it was serious. The price was too low. Let that sink in. Those people joined at a higher price because they felt that because it was more, it had nothing to do with how many members were in there. It was the price that I was charging. So when you sell yourself short by charging less than $10 per month, which again, all the advice leads to that. Start low, $7 a month, $9 a month, and you're charging 5 times that in real life. It's like you are doing yourself a disservice and you are doing your clients a disservice because they're looking at it like, man, this can't be real if it's this inexpensive, if it's this cheap. So charge more. The right people will pay it. I'll go back to what Mighty said. 70% of creators with paid subscriptions hit a median of $1,000 per month from just 26 members. That is $39 per month. I want you to think about this for 1 second. Can you find 26 people to pay you $39 per month for the thing that you know how to do really well, that you're likely charging more for in real life? $39 times 12 is less than $500 per year. Do you think you can find 26 people that would invest less than $500 for you to help them with a problem or get the thing that you're good at? For me, the answer is a resounding yes, and I've proven it over and over again. If you have an existing community that is free, I want you to start charging right now. I want you to come up with an offer. If you don't know what to offer them, I guarantee you the offer is in your comments, or if you've done calls with them, like they're telling you exactly what they want. And don't be afraid to make multiple offers. If you have a community that has 100 members, you have an audience. Hopefully you have all their email addresses. So you can make posts in your group. You can send emails out about the offer that's coming or to use that to validate an offer. I've made several videos on how to validate an offer when you have the attention of people, and 100 people is more than enough. Hell, 50 people is more than enough. If you are starting a community from scratch, you've never done it before, my recommendation is to go paid. And the steps are very simple. You need to come up with an offer, something that you're likely already doing in real life. You've helped yourself with it. You've helped other people with it. Maybe it's from your job. Like most of you already have the idea dialed in. You just don't know what to charge, or you're afraid to charge. Start with a number that you feel comfortable with, a number that you can defend. I've just given you some numbers here on what the averages are, so don't be afraid. Just because they have more members than you does not mean that they are better than you or more qualified than you. If you've been doing something for 10, 20, 30 years plus, you are more qualified than some of the top community owners out there who have less experience. They're just doing the thing, and you're sitting here trying to get out of your own way and want to charge $7 for a thing that you do in real life for $70. Open up the group, put a price tag on it, start driving traffic to it. Make your YouTube video. That's exactly what I do. I make YouTube videos, I run Facebook ads, and I use my email list to tell people about my paid communities. And if you want my help building this out, the offer, the community, what to charge, depending on where you are right now, whether you have a YouTube channel or whether you're just getting started out, check out one of the communities that I showed you in this video. I'll leave the links to both in the description. I'll see you in the next one.